Hey, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the brand new Academy Award winning feature film Parasite. Written, directed, produced by, I'm going to butcher his name, I apologize, Bong Joon-ho? Bong Joon-ho? Korean filmmaker. He won the Oscar for Best International Film, Best Picture, Best Screenplay, I think, Best Editing, I don't know, bunch of stuff. This is the first foreign film to win the Oscars. The Oscars obviously was based in the U.S. way back when. And I wanted to see this film really bad when I first saw the trailer, and I was like, oh, this looks neat. But I have a very short attention span. And when it was released, it's over 2 hours long. And if it's not continuously action-packed, like an Avengers movie, I can't sit for that long. I loved Train to Busan, right? That's another Korean film. It's a Korean zombie film. Incredible zombie film. One of the greatest zombie movies ever. Train to Busan, incredible. 90-something% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. Koreans know how to make movies. I want everyone to know this. And I watch movies with subtitles all the time. I have nothing against subtitles. I love watching movies with subtitles. It's very convenient, especially if I get distracted easily. You just jump to the screen, read what they're saying. I don't speak Korean, so I have to, know what they're saying. I prefer subbing rather than dubbing. I know people prefer dubbing rather than subbing. Whatever. But I knew that I had to pay attention to this movie because I have to read the movie. And I'm fine with that. And I knew I had to watch it at home because my attention span's not going to let me sit for continuous over 2 hours reading. It just doesn't work that way. It's unfortunate, but it doesn't work that way. So this film was insane. Insanely incredible. Holy shit. First half of the movie, you think it's one thing, and then all of a sudden the door opens and you're like, what is happening right now? And then the ending comes and you're like, holy shit. Just mind blowing. Absolute mind blowing. Incredible. This was an incredible year of film. Now that I'm thinking back on 2019, because it's technically came out in 2019. We're reviewing it in 2020, but this film came out in 2019. 2019 was insane with movies. 2020's got a lot to live up for. So, basic plot point of the film, which is not basic at all, but you have this very poor family and you have this very rich family, right? South Korea. The poor family has mom, dad, son, daughter. None of them are working, and the son is friends with this, high-end, college kid, and college kid's going abroad, but he's been tutoring this rich girl English. And he wants to have his friend be the new tutor to this girl, just to make some money, help his family out. He likes the family, stuff like that. So the kid pretends that he went to a college, gets the job based off the recommendation, and then the mom of the family is called a simple woman, and she wants the youngest son to have an art teacher. So then the pretending to be English tutor, and I can't pronounce any of these names, so I'm not even going to try, and I do apologize. I don't want to butcher them. So the English teacher has his sister pretend to be an art teacher, so then she's making money. And then they plant a trap to get the driver fired, so that way their dad could be the driver. And then they plant another trap to get the housekeeper fired, so that way their mom could be the housekeeper. So this family is a parasite because they're sucking the money and fortune out of the rich family. That's the first half of the movie. Then all of a sudden they go down to the cellar because the fired maid tries to come back, to get something from the basement. And then she moves a giant case full of pickled plums or whatever, to find a door. And then what's in the door? You got two different stairwells going down and down and down. And it was revealed that there was a bunker. And this ex-maid's husband has been living down there for 4 years. And you're like, what in the hell is going on? She'd sneak him food once a week, etc., etc. So then the ex-maid finds out about the family who infiltrated the house, and then it's all like a he said, she said, and who's going to blackmail whom, and then there's this massive brawl, and shit's flying everywhere, and people getting smacked over the heads, and this one woman gets thrown down the staircase, the husband gets tied up, and he's left down there, and all hell breaks loose. So then a day goes by, the family finally escapes the house because then the rich family comes back from a camping trip that got rained out. They escape the house. The three of them escape the house. The mom slash housemaid is still there. But it turns out it was this massive monsoon and it just destroyed their entire partial basement, apartment thing. Sewage water everywhere. It was disgusting. It was this whole class thing. Lower class, literally low, and then upper class, literally on top of a hill. So they're not going to, feel the effects of the rain because it's trickling down. Literally trickling down. Oh my God, the metaphors everywhere was insane. So then there's a garden party the day after to celebrate the youngest kid's birthday. And then the guy who is pretending to be the English teacher brings this rock with him that his, old friend gave him as a wish for good fortune to go back to the basement to murder the ex-maid and the husband so that way their secret is all safe. And doesn't work that way. The husband gets free kind of and tries to then kill the son and bangs him on the head with a rock, takes a knife, goes storming out into the backyard, goes on a slashing spree, winds up stabbing the girl who was pretending to be the art teacher, and then there's this whole thing about the guy, the father figure of the family who infiltrated the family of parasites, if you will, that he smells like a wet rag, or people of the subway, smell a certain way, stuff like that. So then he sees his boss, sniffing the person who just went on a killing spree, and then the guy who was playing the driver role snapped, wound up killing that guy, his boss, and then escaped. And then it was like, oh, where did he escape to? He vanished into thin air. And then it's revealed at the end that he's sending his son Morse code as the lights going on and off, which is another big plot point in the house after it's sold another time. And it turns out he himself was living in the bunker right after the party for X amount of years. And the son is then daydreaming because he got a concussion from the rock being thrown on his head, because he didn't die. And he's writing a letter to his dad saying, I'm going to get a business, I'm going to make enough money so I can buy the house, and all you have to do is just walk up the stairs, and that's it. And then it's revealed that it's just a daydream, it's not actually reality. And you're like, holy shit. There were so many holy shit moments in this movie, and you're like, oh my God, this was incredible. I need to see this again. There's so many things that I'm going to notice the second time I see it that I didn't see the first time. I did not expect this to be as incredible as it actually was. But in hindsight, it won so many awards. And most of the time, I don't agree with these types of big awards coming about. A lot of people who deserve credit don't get the credit. A lot of people who get too much credit don't deserve the credit. Things of that nature, right? But this was an award season that actually gave a lot of deserving people a lot of awards because of it. And this movie deserved all of the awards that it won. I have no problem agreeing to everything of that nature. And I normally don't agree on a Best Picture, win. But this hands down, deserved all the awards that it won. Incredible. Even if it was American made, right? Let's say it's a wealthy couple in Beverly Hills. Trickles down to, I don't know, someone in the LA streets, right? Even if this was a US-based movie, the story, plot point-wise, is still incredible. That whole infiltration aspect for the first half. The second half, the bunker just appears, and then there's a scandal of that nature, and then the killing spree at the end. Drama. Incredible. If you have not seen Parasite, watch Parasite. If you hate reading subtitles, stop being a lazy piece of shit and read the subtitles, because this movie is incredible and it deserves everyone's attention. That's all I gotta say. Mucho mahalo.